So, what did you guys think of Parasite Eve 2, huh? I like the game a lot. It's, like I said, it's kind of weird for being a survival horror game. It's pretty much the only one you can play, and it rewards you for actively hunting down enemies. So I always found that to be unique and pretty neat. I do stand by my statement that, not many games from this era would, I think, be enhanced by including voice acting, but I think Parasite Eve is one of those. This one specifically. There's really not that much talk, like character-to-character talking in this one, as opposed to the first Parasite Eve where you had, more NPCs to interact with. This one there was few enough NPCs to where I think that voice acting would have worked. So, Chicken Walker. Dumpty Brute. Huh. But, so it's kind of a missed opportunity, but it doesn't bring the game down any. I think it merely would have just made the game better than it already is. This game's fairly challenging the first time you play the game. It can be a bit intimidating the first time you play the game, especially if you're not very good at survival horror games. But I think it has a forgiving enough difficulty curve that you should be fairly comfortable with the controls and stuff by the end of Acropolis Towers, where things don't start to, ramp up until you get to Dryfield. Now, I really like Aya because she's smart. She's a really smart character. She's witty. She's a good person, and she's a strong female lead. You don't see too many of those. You would say Samus, but there was a recent Metroid game where some people feel that it killed any of her character that was a strong female lead. I'm not going to go into that here. But so this is all about Parasite Eve 2 here. So I really wish that Square hadn't waited until 2011 to release the third game in the series. But they did, and we missed out for it. The video game world is poorer for it, I think. Squarts. Okay. See right there, Coca-Cola? Yeah, product placement. This is pretty much the first game I can think of that wasn't like a brand tie-in that really had any product placement in it. But anyway, this has been Parasite Eve 2, and let's see what kind of rank I got. Overall, I think I'd rate this game an 8. It's, I have to subtract some for them using the, any items you didn't use, they actually award you half their value in BP. So I end up with, I had 238,000 BP, and I got, for next play, I am able to buy the 44 Meta SP, which is kind of dumb considering I can't buy the, you can't get the, go ahead and save. Let's save it there. Okay, let's talk a bit about the rewards I got for beating the game before we end the LP for good. So the first thing I want to do is I want to load my clear save file. Now, right off the bat, doesn't matter what you score. When you beat the game, you unlock replay mode and bounty mode. If you get more than 69,000 experience points in a single playthrough, you unlock scavenger mode. There's one more mode you get, nightmare mode. To unlock nightmare mode, you actually have to beat scavenger mode. Now, replay mode it's easier than the normal game. The enemies are, I think they do less damage. You start off at, I think, normal condition, and you get to keep 10% of the experience and BP you ended the game with. As you can see there, I ended the game with 23,000 experience. 230,000 experience. I could start with 23,000. That's 10%. Bounty mode, you get to start with 5%, and scavenger mode, you get to start with 1%. Nightmare mode, you get to start with 0%. Now, bounty mode is mainly the enemies are stronger, but you still have the same condition, same item layout and everything. And the main thing you're looking for is you got to find that, like it says, find the hidden golem soldiers and strive for a high BP score. That's the main draw of bounty mode. Scavenger mode is the first real challenge mode. You start the game with 10 MP, as you can see there, which is bad. It's not even enough to cast healing. The enemies do about the same amount of damage as they did through the normal game, but the thing that makes it hard is the supply level. The shops are foobarred. And let me show you, actually. Yeah, you get to see this nifty little art when you go into the... No, that's enough. Thank you. So let's go and do this. As you gotta have 10 MP. It's terrible. Luckily, they start you with 100 HP, which in Nightmare mode they start you, I think, with 50 HP and 10 MP, which is... Ugh. I've never actually beat the game on Scavenger or Nightmare, so I'm not really one for the super challenging modes of games. Alright, let's see a list. Yeah. See how everything's screwed up? Yeah. It's terrible. Don't have any of the other stuff you could buy normally. I could almost buy the shoulder holster though. Yeah. They're just teasing you here. It's mean. It's so mean of them. It's funny, you have access to the MM1, but only riot grenades. Yeah. So you can see how not being able to buy better weapons means that you have to spend a lot of time using your pistol from the beginning of the game, this right here. Well, anyway, this is a good place to stop the LP. I've said my piece on the game. I'm not going to play Scavenger mode or Nightmare mode yet. I maybe one day. I'm not going to say one way or the other. But I'll see you guys next LP. So maybe it'll be something really awesome. We'll see. Bye.